All right, I want to welcome y'all to the Kchill Show. Look, we're going to be having some real topics on shit like this a lot. So right now on the phone, I got an anonymous caller. First off, anonymous caller, I want to say thank you because you always support every event that we have going on, and I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate that. So we had talked earlier during the week. There's a lot of women that won't come forth and talk about their stories like that. But I got certain things that you told me that I want to talk about. So tell me this here. You was married once before, right?
Twice.
Okay, so you was married twice. Okay, now picture this. You said your ex-husband, one of your ex-husbands lied about a 401k. How that went? Tell me how that went.
Well, how that went was, he caught me when I was sleeping and had done already drawn the papers.
Yeah.
And asked me to sign those papers, and I signed it. And he ended up getting $20,000 back off his 401k.
Wait. So he caught you while you were sleeping.
Right.
Now, come on now. Be real with me. Y'all was loaded in there?
Wait, say that again?
Y'all was loaded in there? Be real with me. Y'all was loaded? Y'all was high in there at night?
No. I was sleeping, and he had just got off of work.
And he just woke you up out your sleep and asked you to sign some papers?
Right.
And you didn't think nothing about that?
Well, that was my husband, and I trusted him, but I didn't know really what it was until later on. Then I realized that it was some 401k papers.
So when you signed them 401k papers, what he did, that was like a release form to...
Yeah, to release $20,000 off of it.
And so when he got... And so he cashed in on that 20 without you knowing after you signed that paper.
Right. He ended up getting a check.
Okay.
And he ended up buying what he wanted to buy with it. And when we ended up getting divorced within 5 years' time, I went to get the rest of the 401k, and he had done already cleared out the rest of it.
So when you signed that paper, that gave him the right to go in there and get whatever he needed whenever.
I'm not sure how that went. I
So,
just signed the paper.
Okay, so you didn't get a notice or something saying that your 401k, or he used to hide the mail from you?
No, you see what had happened was I had called his job, and his job told me that he had withdrawn the rest of the 401k because they didn't know we were still, we was divorced. They thought we were still married. And I had right to have half of that money, but it was already gone.
All right, so let me ask you this here. So you had told me something about he went and got a house, right?
Right.
And so what happened with that? With the house, with the money?
That was with the first $20,000. He bought a house and he bought a truck.
Okay.
And
for y'all was still together, right?
Yeah, we were still together.
Okay, go ahead.
And he bought a house and he bought a truck, and he moved in the house and told me that I could move in the house too. I moved my furniture and my...
Well, yeah, I'm gonna move in the house. I'm married to you. Where the fuck else? The fucking right, I'm gonna move in the house with you. What you mean I could move in the house with you? Fucking right, I'm gonna move in here with you. I'm your wife.
Well, that was the deal. And when I went to go move in, he ended up calling the cops. And he told the cops that I gave him my furniture and my clothes, and that I was crazy. And the cops believed him.
Wait. How the police put you still his wife, right?
Yeah, well, the way how the law was at the time, stuff like that would have to literally go to court. And the police was really out of it. They was just there to stop the domestic issue that they had going on. And the way how he made it look like what I did was actually what I did, but I was being naive in doing it.
So basically, y'all married, and he was able to put you out of the house that he bought.
Right.
Man, I ain't never heard of that in my life, I swear. And so he made it look like you was crazy, and the police told you had to go. Normally they give you 30 days or something, huh?
I had never had moved in to give me 30 days.
But shit, man, I don't know how the law work with when you're married, but when you're married, if he buys something while y'all married, that's for both of y'all in there, how I would think.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I would have had to go to court to get that. And, I didn't have lawyer money or none of that. No resources.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. You done been through some shit. I ain't gonna lie. And like I said, I appreciate every time you come and support our events. Boy, I would have never thought that you went through that type of shit. Damn. Now, okay, so when you got out of the house, you never moved in now, so where you went to stay after he bought that house?
Well, I had went and what happened was I had built a outdoor kitchen.
Okay.
On the side of on the side of my grandmother's house, and I stayed in there until the issue was solved.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. So how long y'all was married for?
15 years, 3 months shy of 15 years.
Oh shit! And you walk away out of there with nothing from that when you walked away.
The house.
Oh, you got the house.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So you wind up with the house on the ass end anyway.
Right.
Okay, well, shit, at least okay, all right, well, then at least you come out of there with something. Shit, I was about to say, I know you ain't walk away from over there and had to go stay in that kitchen again. Shit, I know better.
I'll do it all over again, though.
Yeah, for your peace. I know that's how I feel, too, for my fucking peace. Shit, bitch, I stay in a pork and bean can to get some peace. Fuck all that. Now, you told me this shit here, I ain't gonna lie, you done been through a war zone. You also told me you had been stabbed 17 times?
Yeah, me and my husband that we was talking about had separated, and I went to go start dating, and I came across this one guy, seemed cool, everything seemed fine. I had known him from high school, and we talked for about 2 or 3 months, and then we finally got a chance to meet up, and I got a chance to see the side of him that I never got a chance to hear over the phone. So interacting with him wasn't my cup of tea.
Okay.
So I'm sure he felt the same way too, and the conversation, everything just stopped. 4 months later, he contacted me. Between 3 to 4 months later, he ended up contacting me again, wanted to see me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I met up with him. He was asking the weirdest things, like after not seeing me for 4 months, I wanted an explanation about why. I mean, a reason why he ain't never came or call or check up on me or anything like that. He made up a story that he had surgery. So he ended up making plans for my life, and I don't know why, but at the time, I didn't have the husband, was separated, and finances was low, so I think somewhere he felt responsible for me.
Yeah.
So he wanted me to take him in, and he was going to help me pay my bills, and he was going to help me get a job and all kind of stuff. And I was like, no. I didn't want to do that. Part of me wanted my husband back, and then the other part of me just wanted to be single.
Yeah.
But I knew that part of me didn't want to be with him.
Okay.
So, I ended up having to bring him home because he ended up getting a ride to my house. When I ended up pulling in his yard, the same question and the same conversation that we've been having that whole time while he had came by the house, he asked me the same question again, which had frustrated me because I wasn't planning on bringing him home. I wasn't even planning on him coming.
Yeah.
And I really had plans to go do something else.
Yeah.
So dropping him home was completely out of my way. So I was kind of frustrated about a lot of stuff with him, being that, he never called for 4 months neither.
Yeah.
So, his excuse was lame. But anyway, I went to bring him home, and I'm thinking that I'm just going to drop him home and I'm going to leave. But it didn't happen that way. He asked me again the same conversation was that he wanted to move in and asked me why I didn't want to do it. And I kept brushing it off about, the husband and different things like that, which none of these excuses was actually working for him. He wasn't buying them. So I told him the honest truth. And when I told him the honest to God truth, he flipped out.
So you told him you didn't want him. You really told him you didn't want him. You didn't want nothing to have to do with him.
Wait, say that again?
So you really basically told him at that point you didn't really want him like that. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, it wasn't in my right now voice.
Yeah.
I mean, it was more like a frustrating voice. So
yeah.
It was probably like my mean voice.
Yeah.
After I finished saying what I was saying, what I done said, I thought he understood and I was going to get out of there. But no, he just started stabbing me and I was stuck in my seatbelt and I couldn't get out the car.
So wait, he had a knife on him. He had a knife already on him.
Yeah, he had a knife. And I really, to be honest with you, where I was supposed to drop him at in town, where I normally would drop him at, he didn't want to go there. I had to drop him to his parents' house, which was out of the way, and it was pitch black dark.
Damn.
So I believe that he knew what he was going to do. And I think he had already planned it, but I can't prove that.
Yeah. Man, so after you got stabbed 17 times, I mean, how you freed yourself out of that car, or how you, he thought he had left you for dead?
Actually, I grabbed his knife because I didn't know I was being stabbed. I thought he was punching me.
Damn.
Because I was always in a abusive relationship, so I was really bracing myself not to get punched in my face.
Yeah.
So he was stabbing me in my body part, abdomen area, and that was my lung. And I'm wondering why he not punching me in my face. Usually, if a man is beating a woman, he will want to punch her in her face. And so when I realized that I'm not being punched, that he have something in his hand, I grab his hand and then I end up grabbing the knife. And when I grab the knife, in my mind, I'm trying to break it thinking it's a kitchen knife, but it wasn't. And then when I noticed that I couldn't do it, realized that I couldn't do it, I looked at him and I asked him why he was doing it. So my next thought was to try to calm him down a little bit to maybe he can stop doing what he was doing to me. So I started talking to him a little bit, and then when I couldn't calm him down, he started stabbing me again. He took the knife, jerked the knife out of my hand and started stabbing me again. So I pulled the hoodie which was cold that day. I pulled the hoodie over his face,
Ooh.
so he wouldn't be able to see. I undid the seatbelt and I held the hoodie down over his face until I could open the door. And when I opened the door, I ended up falling, but I turned over and slammed the car door and tried to stand up as fast as I could. Well, when I did stand up, he wasn't no longer in the car. So I had to wait for him because I couldn't run because he had stabbed my leg, and that was the first leg he gave me. And my leg was busted, so I couldn't run, so I had to wait for him. And when he stood up, because he must have fell when he got out the car, when he stood up towards the back of the car, and he was looking for me, but I had already spotted him. So while he was looking for me, and when he realized where I was at, he was going to try to come and get me. So I had my hand already on the handle of the door, and I opened the door and got in the car. But how the car was positioned when I went in there wasn't the way how it was when I got back in the car. The car had somehow moved itself because I remember putting the car in reverse, but I don't remember parking the car after he started stabbing me. I really thought I was leaving.
Yeah.
But the car was parked a little bit different. And so when I got in the car and I went to press the gas, I went backwards. And when I went backwards, I hit something. And when I guess it was his house, and he tried to come back in the car. And when I seen him trying to come back in the car and the passenger door was still open, I pressed the gas and started going really, really fast, which probably was too fast because then I was trying to, burning rubber and sliding all over the people's yard and everything to try to get away from the guy.
Damn.
And I went to the nearest store because I really didn't think I was going to make it. And I just wanted somebody to know who did that to me. So in case I died, that my ex, the one that did the 401k stuff, wouldn't get blamed for it because we had a lot of domestic violence calls, and nobody really didn't know me and that guy was messing around. So he probably was going to get blamed for it. So I was just wanting to hurry up and tell somebody who did it to me. So the lady that I did tell at the store, she wouldn't remember his name. So the blood from my hand, I wrote his name down on my car.
Bruh.
And then I went, go sit down and wait for the cops and everything to come. And I woke up and I was alive, which...
How you got to the hospital? Who got you to the hospital?
Oh, the ambulance and the helicopter and all that stuff.
So when you got to the store, they the one called 911 for you?
Right.
Oh, man, you done been through some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Man, I ain't gonna lie. You done been through some shit.
I survived it, though.
Man, for real. So, man, you see, and there's a lot of people out there that don't get a chance to hear these kind of stories. There's a lot of people going through shit behind their closed doors, and they don't know how to come out of that shit. And they need to hear these kind of stories because this is the type of shit that could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I know girls like to be private about their personal business, but it's not at these times. It's not okay to be private about who you going on a date with or where you going at.
Fuck no.
That we should tell somebody.
Yeah, because you don't know if you meeting somebody online. And let's just keep it real. Nowadays, chances are, whoever you gonna meet, you're probably gonna meet them online because the online community is where everybody is. So people is a damn lie if they say they didn't meet who they mixing and mingling with from probably off of social media because that's where everybody at all day long. So it's not no weird thing to say that you met somebody from off of social media and that happened because that's a new way of life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is communicating through inboxes and whatnot and timelines. So it's not an awkward thing to say that you met somebody through social media, because that's where the new world is at. You know.
Right. But I met the guy at a store in my hometown. But I've been knowing him, high school, and other people knew him too, but I just didn't know him in that way.
So I'm gonna tell you this. Just for me, seeing you coming to some of our shows or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like I'm not saying you in general. When I say you, I'm talking about just people. Sometimes you may feel lonely being alone, but sometimes you placed in that position because your season ain't arrived yet, and sometimes you just gotta wait your season out. Sometimes everything is getting prepared for you to meet the most compatible person, because ain't nobody just the perfect person for you. You just gotta find the most compatible person for you. So sometimes you might be in a single lifestyle and you might be like, damn, I wish I had me a little boo or whatever. But you might be getting prepared to have the boo of your life that's on the way. It's just not the season for that at the moment. Sometimes you got to sit out of the things that you done been through so you can work on yourself. And then when you're working on yourself, you'll fuck around and make a better choice and a better pick of people moving forward. Now you know what to look for when you're talking to somebody.
Yes, I do. You're right.
Had you wouldn't have went through that, you wouldn't really know what to look for.
No, right.
And you don't want to wind up 50 years old not knowing what to look for. You want to wind up 50 years old knowing exactly what to look for.
That's right.
But now look, on another topic, you had talked to me. Now, mind you, it looked like you wouldn't know Angie either, because I heard you pull a gun on somebody too, huh?
Well, I'm not no thug now. They had me messed up with that stabbing.
Okay.
With the guy that stabbed me up.
Okay.
He made for him to get out the situation. Since I live, a dead man can't talk. But since I lived, they had to come up with some kind of reason why I did what I did. Old boy is kind of handicapped, and he got one leg missing, and he take Loratab pills for the pain, and his little things that he like to do, little booger sugar, and That was not my cup of tea, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of things that I didn't like about him, and his drugs habit that he was trying to push on me. That, you do your thing, I'ma do mine, But they had me like I had stole his Loratab pills and his pot of cocaine, and the man was, like I said, had one leg, so they put it like he was handicapped. Okay. And I was stealing from a handicapped man. Oh. And I was a crackhead whore that steals. Oh. So they diminish my character and my reputation. Okay. So on top of all of that, like I said, none of that stuff set well with the husband, because the husband actually had to come back and take care of me. Yeah. So I kind of don't blame him for probably taking that money, because it was his own money, and the fact that he actually came and helped me out through all that stuff, and supported me through all that. So let me ask you this.
Now, be real now. Because you anonymous on here, don't nobody know who you is. Now, be real. When the husband had hit you for that $20,000 lick, now come on, be real with me now.
I'm listening, chill, go ahead.
Had you had you had fucked over him before? Like, did you, you had stepped outside of the relationship beforehand? Did y'all had any problems? Come on now, did you get one?
Yeah, Chill. That's the reason why he ended up getting the money because we had hit a bad financial hardship.
Yeah.
And with that, you know what I'm saying, problems come with that in the marriage after that.
Yeah.
So he was desperate.
So y'all shit was kind of on the rocks already, cause y'all was backdooring each other probably already.
Facts. And it just kept going on and on like that. And so when I ended up getting stabbed and he came to the rescue, he resented me for that. So it was nothing I could do about that. I couldn't heal him.
Yeah.
So I had to take my rooms. He had to take his. But they had me out there like I was a bad person. And with what was going on with the husband, that like I said, I was living in an outdoor kitchen, which is really not an outdoor kitchen. It's a dog kennel where I keep my animals at. So I was literally in the dog house, literally. And I had some guys that was coming and helping me to fix and gut out some stuff and pick up heavy things because I can't pick it up because my hand is all messed up.
Yeah.
And I messed my back up being in that seatbelt fighting with that guy. And while I'm sitting in the car waiting for my helpers, this one guy is fussing with another guy over $10 that's in my car, and the guy that's in my car is afraid to get out the car, and I'm afraid to let him out the car because the boy might hurt him, so I lock all the doors and pick the window up. But I left my side of the window a little bit down, but just not thinking that he gonna come on my side because his beef is not with me.
Yeah.
And so the fact that I had to sleep in there with my animals, and I got stabbed in my lungs, so it's hard for me to breathe in animal dangers and furs and I'm allergic to them at the same time.
So you done got to the point where you had to fuck around and damn near sleep in your dog kennel.
And in my vehicle. So my things was in my vehicle, and I had my gun in my vehicle. So when old boy was acting crazy, he checking every door, going around the car, and the last door is my door. And he checked my door is locked. So he literally grabbed my window and started pulling my window down. And since I got stabbed, I got post-traumatic stress disorder. I could literally see something happening, and then it'll feel like this stuff happening to me all over again.
Oh,
so the window is literally going down. So I'm thinking the window probably gonna pop or bust or something, and he gonna start stabbing me with the pieces of the window. Just making up stuff. So I grabbed the gun and I put the gun on my lap, and he go, "Oh, you about that life?" and started running to his house, and I'm thinking it's over, and the cops surrounded my car and take me to jail. And I didn't even really get to tell my side of the story until way later on. At the time, and it was the weirdest thing. But the guy had statement said that I had went all around his house banging on his door with the gun and threatening his life and his family's life. And I didn't even get out my vehicle.
Man.
And the messed up part about it is that where I was parked at the store, I was sitting under a camera. And I'm thinking that camera worked. The projects across the street camera, the store camera. I'm thinking all these cameras is working. And I'm well protected.
None of that's work.
None of them work. So I'm looking like a complete idiot again.
Man, look, bro, all bullshit on side. You got me looking like I'm a little boy in this bitch. I ain't did shit in life compared to what you done been through. Man, I'm thinking I done had some hard moments. Man, you done fuck around and slept in the kennel with the dog.
Yep.
Oh, man, I ain't gonna lie. You might have broke a fucking record with that one. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Ooh, boy, you got a fucking story. You need a fucking documentary. Man, look, man. We could continue because we talked about a lot of stuff, but we're gonna pick up on another segment. But I just wanted to let other women that might be going through that type of stuff hear what you had going on, because I ain't gonna lie, you might have broke a record with this one right here. And I'm just letting other women know, man, y'all don't be ashamed to come forth and talk about that shit. I'm gonna be the platform where y'all ass can let it all out, and I'll be y'all counselor. Nah, shit, fuck. Y'all can call in right here, and I'll be your damn counselor. We're gonna talk about this shit and let it out on the table. Because sometimes you gotta talk about it to, release it.
And that's why I'm on the show.
And I appreciate you. So look, I ain't gonna hold too much more of your time. I really appreciate you calling in. I really appreciate you giving your story. I just want to say thank you for supporting us every time we got a show somewhere around here. You always there to support us. I want to say I appreciate you, and just, man, just keep saying your prayers, because them better days is right around the corner for you. I guarantee you. If you done been through all of that kind of rain, the sunshine gonna show real soon.
I believe that.
So I appreciate you calling in, and we're gonna connect again on another show.
That's cool, Chill.
All right, it's all love.
All right.
All right.